because they were very loud and they had a lot to say. So when we knew we were playing them in the playoffs, we could have taken it one of two ways. We could have tried to get into their heads a little bit, or we could do what we ultimately did, which was follow the sage advice of Bob Ford and not say a word. Let them get mad at themselves. Let them self-destruct. We were able to win that first game against them. And then game 2 comes along, and it's kind of close. We weren't hitting. We were still kind of in the game. And then their third baseman, Anthony Monticello, tags Jerry on a force-out play at third base in the mouth with the ball. Bench is clear. Vinny Blando was the first guy off the bench, was ready to kill somebody if he wasn't grabbed by Bob Ford at that point. It was that intense, and it really kind of took us off our game. The almost fight really kind of took us off our game. There's a great photo of Sarah's taking pictures during the game, and Amo's girlfriend Erica comes out. She had only been to a few games, and all of a sudden she's at this game, and the reaction is she got like, oh my God, I can't believe what's going on out on this softball field. And neither could we, because it was very uncharacteristic of us to get that involved. But I knew we had the kryptonite, and the kryptonite was Jake Bachman, and he was kryptonite for them. Mike Trout had missed the game against them, the 2 games against them in the regular season, and Jake had played third base in those 2 games and took away everything that they hit down the third baseline. He was sensational. So game 3 rolled around, and I decided, not by any fault of Mike's, I just decided, let's make a switch, put Jake back over at third, and Al Heinley went to play second base. And while Jake was great at third base, he got into their heads in another way, and that was with his bat.
Bottom of the third, game 3 of the semifinal here at Lenai Park against Timeout Tavern. Sligo clinging to a slim 3-1 lead. 2 outs, Golly on second, Bob Ford on first. They got there with a couple of 2-out hits, and now Jake Bachman steps to the dish. The front-running Bachman flew out in his first at-bat and is 2 for 7 in the series so far with just a pair of singles. This is a big spot for him, though, as Timeout is slated to bring the top of the order to the plate in the 4th. Bobby Cheeks is on the rubber, and here's the pitch. Swing, and there's a drive to deep left field. Back, back, back. The only one with a chance to catch this one is the Trollios kid. It's over the playground and into the parking lot. 3-run homer for Bachman. A 3-run shot that puts Sligo up 6-1. Jake Bachman delivers the big blow here for Red, and the home crowd goes wild. What an absolutely electric scene here at Lenai Park. This sellout crowd of 23 filling the bleachers and the lawn chairs, all on their feet, 2 on, 2 out, here in the top of the 7th for Timeout Tavern. But Sligo Red is up 17-10 and is 1 out away from its first berth in a championship of any kind. Bob Ford toes the rubber. The wily veteran gets the sign from Mark Golling. Anthony Monticello is the last man standing in Sligo's way. Here's the 1-2 pitch by Ford. Monticello drives it to deep right center field. Gigio Bonelli is on his horse, and he makes the catch. Can you believe it? Sligo Red, this wacky, wild bunch of misfits who were dismissed as a run-of-the-mill team by so many for so long, is headed to the championship. What a scene here at Lenai Park.
We played Della Palos the final week of the regular season, and they were missing a bunch of their regulars, and they were still a decent team. And even though they were going to be the 6th seed in the playoffs, I knew that they were going to be a little better than that record would indicate. And I said to myself, if there's a team that can play with us, because they're a really good defensive team, it's going to be Della Palos. And lo and behold, we get them in the championship, and we get behind in that first game. And the whole time, Mark Golling just kept going on and on and on about, we're still in this, we're still in this, we're still in this. And everybody was upbeat, and everybody was, the same mindset the entire time. There was never a doubt we were going to come back and win that game, in my mind. Never a doubt. Did I expect it to be the way that it turned out? No, but I certainly believed in our group.
You heard correctly.
There you go, Bob Ford. Good play, baby. Good play. Whoa. 2-2. Yeah. Let's go, guys. Let's go from the top. We blow up right here and don't look back. Come on, guys. Big inning. Hit. Come on.
Bob Ford, no carbs.
No carbs, no carbohydrates, no fruit, nothing but beer. And
Here we go, fellas.
a little water.
Play all 7. Let's go. Play all 7.
See you third, baby.
Top of the 7th here in Game 1 of the finals at Lenai Park, and Sligo Red in a bit of a pickle, trailing Delapalis Tavern 6-2. Matt Dale, the big lefty for Delapalis, steps in with nobody out. Bob Ford has pitched a gem so far. I mean, this is his best day on the mound since sharing the field with Marla Hooch under the guidance of Jimmy Dugan. But the wily veteran hasn't gotten any offensive support today, aside from RBI singles by John Snyder and Jerry Regletic. If Sligo has any hope of coming back in the bottom of the 7th, they'll have to keep this deficit at 4 any bigger, and they'll likely find themselves in a 1-game-to-none hole in this best-of-3 championship series. Here's Ford's pitch to Dale. It's a shot down the right field line. This is a rope light, and it's falling fast. Andy Schwartz is trying to get there. He dives, and he makes the grab. What an effort by Schwartz. That saved a double and maybe more. Just when Sligo needs a great defensive play, there's the pride of Colgate, Andy Schwartz, coming up huge. Holy toothpaste, Batman.
Let's go, Johnny. Start us off.
Wake him up, kid.
I guess I'd say I'm sorry I put the result in the house.
Well, the situation couldn't be more dramatic, folks. Sligo down by 4 to start the inning, and after 4 straight hits, the deficit is at 3, and the bases are loaded for Anthony Sanfilippo. Sanfilippo put this team together with more thought and care than most of his flyer articles and as many different ingredients as a lot of his lunches. He told the team at the beginning of the season that he believed he had the right mix to shock the Delaware County softball world and turn a league doormat into a champion. And now he has the game on his bat in the bottom of the 7th of Game 1 of the finals. Galling on third, Ford on second, Bachman on first, having just driven in the 3rd run to cut it to 6-3. Delapalis is shifting their defense, playing Sanfilippo to pull. Not a bad idea, since he's gone 1 for 2 so far today with both balls hit down that first base line. A lot of anxiety on both benches. Here is the pitch. Sanfilippo hits the ball into right center field, and it's going to split the outfielders. 2 runs are going to score. Here comes Bachman hustling around third, and he scores. Sanfilippo coasts into second with a game-tying double. He beat the shift and has tied the game. The Sligo bench is going crazy. It's 6-6, and Sligo has found a way once again to come back on an opponent. Line drive, up the middle, base hit. Here comes Al Heinley around third. He will score. John Snyder delivers the game-winning hit, and Sligo completes a miracle comeback with a 7-6 win. Al Heinley doing what he does best and scoring on a hit from John Snyder. Heinley being mobbed at the plate. And Sligo Red thinking about beers, wings, and now rings. Just 1 win from a title. Unbelievable.
Yes! Sit down, relax.
Done? One more. Let's focus. Nice job. Play all 7. Play all 7, right?
One more.
Play all 7.
Come on, guys.
Come on, jump all over this team. Jump all over.
The camera is shaking because I am shaking.
One more.
Put her down. They are.
Right?
Nice pitch, Johnny Dyer.
You say, Jerry. You say, Jeff.
My hardball outfield glove from high school.
Good eye, good eye. What about?
From high school. For me, that was, that was 85.
Get down, Trout. Get down. Or not. He heard beer. That's all. Ride that bass over the beer. It works every time. Way to go, Thomas. Way to start it off, Tom. Say ammo. Good eye, good eye. Yeah! Yeah! That's it! That's it, Ammo! There we go! Get away! Come on, G! That's 2 out there for you now. Hey, boy, Ammo! Put it away, guys. Let's go. Come on. Good swing, G. Good swing. Right.
Nice pitch, Johnny.
That damn rain. All it had to do was hold off for 45 minutes. 45 minutes! And we would have won right there. But I guess it wasn't meant to be. I mean, that was our day. Our intensity and our focus that day was